Hey everyone, Anna Kruger here with Sparking Progress. And today we're going to talk about two things you can do to overcome fear, and you can do them today. All right, well, real quick, I want to share a personal story to tie in how to overcome fear. Back in January, I was on Beach Mountain with some friends, which is a ski resort about 3 hours from my house. And we were gonna do cosmic nighttime snow tubing. Now, I had been looking forward to this all weekend. So imagine my surprise when at the top of the hill, which was a little icy, I looked down, saw the height, saw the ice, and I got struck with fear. Now, everyone else around me seemed to be having a great time. So I recognized this is likely an irrational fear, yet I'm having a lot of fear all of a sudden about going down the hill. Now, I think it's because I have a knee injury. I have a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus that I'm working on rehabbing right now. And I'm sharing this because you can probably relate, but I had a legitimate concern, but I let my mind really start to snowball that into all the worst case scenarios. So sometimes we can have something that's a legit thing to think through of how am I going to manage this? For me, how am I going to manage stopping at the bottom without causing further injury to a torn knee? That's a valid question. Yet my brain just started to snowball that into you're going to tear it more or you're going to end up paralyzed. I literally had myself paralyzed at the bottom of the hill in my worst case scenario, which I recognize now is a bit extreme. But I think I got caught up in the fear cycle. And I decided two things. I could either not go down the hill. That's a choice. This isn't a required event here. And I could simply go sit in the ski lodge, drink some hot chocolate, and never have to face this mountain that I really don't feel like facing right now. But I knew if I did that, it would kind of haunt me. I would look back with regret and I would feel defeated by it. And I knew myself enough to know I'm going to regret this later. So option two, which was rather terrifying in the moment, was go down the hill. And that felt very scary to me. And so I decided to grab a friend and I said, hey, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm having genuine fear. And I'm not talking just a little bit. I'm pretty terrified right now to go down the mountain. I need you to go down beside me. So he gets in the chute beside me, and the whole way down the hill, he's yelling at me, keep your legs in the air, do this, do that, to prevent me from spinning and going down the hill. And I would love to tell you I got to the bottom of the hill and I felt joy and elation and I had so much fun. That is not the case at all. I had adrenaline running through my body. I was a little bit shaky. And I said, that was terrifying and I hated every second of it. I need to do it again. So I went down the hill a second time, still terrified, still hated it. And I knew, okay, I'm gathering evidence. I'm not enjoying this. I'm still pretty terrified of it. But now I have two evidences that I'm not paralyzed. I didn't hurt my knee and nothing bad happened. So my confidence started to build. So the third time I went down the hill, I told my friend, I need you to not go down with me this time because I need to prove to myself I can do this by myself. So the third time, still scared, went down the hill, but it wasn't nearly as scary. And what I want you to know is I ended up closing down the mountain. I ended up going so many times that the last time I went, hardly anyone was left. And they said, we're actually moving on to the next group. You're gonna have to not go anymore after this time. And I want you to know that by the end, I was actually having a really good time and I was disappointed that my time was over and I had to get off the mountain. So what I wanna say to you is when you are in fear, some of you hearing my story might have thought that's kind of irrational, Anna. And you're right. That would be a true statement. But when you're the person feeling the fear, it can feel so real and feel very valid. So I want to encourage you that when you are stuck in fear, remind yourself that this may not be reality, right? The thing I'm afraid of is not actual reality. And the two things that can help you get past that are recruit a friend. That could be a coach. That could be a friend in your personal life, a friend in your business life, someone in the office with you. But I encourage you, find someone who can help you face the thing that you are afraid to face. Number two, just go do it. The more that I did it, and it really truly was not fun. Those 3 times I went down before it started to transition into fun. I genuinely hated it the 3 times I went down. by the end, I enjoyed it, right? So you also, by doing it, will give yourself the evidence that you can do this. I used to hate calling leads. I was a teacher, not a salesperson. And now I teach a class about how to call leads. So there's evidence out there in the world that as you face things that scare you, you gain a lot of self-confidence to carry with you everywhere you go. And also you prove to yourself that the things you're afraid of really just aren't true, which helps you for the next time. So find a friend, face the fear, and I would love to know from you what came to mind for yourself as I was talking, where you thought, I already know the thing I need to do, personal or professional. I'd love to hear what it is. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great day.